demographic case. I mean, like,
maybe we should be going for it.
I mean, granted,
That's why I turned my hat backwards.
I'm sure you would love to have that younger demographic of people listening to us, but I think, Casey, truth be told, I think that we are the mom crowd.
What's funny? I forgot that 44 and younger is younger to you.
First of all,
you said the younger crowd, and I was like, no, that's our crowd. Oh, wait, you're right.
You said 18 to 35. That is
18 to 44.
Crowd.
I said 18 to 44.
You roll the tape.
You have the tape.
Hi, YouTube. If you don't recognize your screen, it makes sense because we haven't been on it in a long time. So we're back.
Good to be back
today.
For a moment. We'll see how it goes. What if we have more fun than we've ever had in our entire career? It's possible. It's possible.
Today?
Anything is possible.
Today? I haven't even broke my fast yet. Are you kidding me? What kind of experience you trying to get here? Huh? Fields and kumbayas? Hi, YouTubes. Hold on. Let me...
Not expecting any kumbayas from Tony Soto or any feels in the traditional sense of feels. More like a vibe session where you just know that it's bad because you feel it. Facts, not necessarily facts. Facts are we're great. Our friendship is great.
Listen, facts are no longer important. Remember, you said it. You say it over and over again.
Well, not to you.
This is the era of feeling. Mm-hmm. Which is hilarious because now that the Republicans also have the House, it's like they're supposed to not be about feelings, but I just think we're gonna have so much feelings, so many feelings for the next 4 years.
Yeah, I think a lot of people go to jail based on their feelings. Thanks to
and Matt Gaetz is gonna send them there.
I have a feeling that's going to turn out poorly.
His appointees. I mean, look, I laughed so hard yesterday. I was like, it. You know, look, it is Dick. We can talk about it on the podcast. If you want, but let's go ahead and start the podcast. I'm gonna. Do you have an opener? I mean, we haven't done the show in so long. I think you're probably out of practice.
I always have a fucking opener. Okay.
All right. See, this is why.
Even when you said you had an opener, you never really had openers. Okay?
This is why people. This is.
You phoned it in. You phoned your openers in.
Okay, YouTube. I need you to go back to the archive, YouTube. Go back and hit up the archive and listen and see if I phoned every single one in.
Maybe not every single one.
Well, you better be clear, you son of a bitch.
Many of them. We don't need facts. Feelings. I feel like you phoned them in.
Yeah, well, I feel like you phone it in every day. So if we're feeling. All right. I'm gonna set my timer. And I'm gonna give you a 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gay Power Half Hour, the only gay podcast on the internet that's just like everyone else in the world because we're fucking doomed, and this is it. With your co-host of joy, love, mirth, wonder, and fear, and feels, Casey Lai, and
your co-host of just plain realism, Tony Soto.
You are not a realist. You are not a realist. You are not a realist. You are an idealist couched in a mouth.
Sorry, I speak real truth. All right. Welcome back to the podcast. Yes, it has been forever. And
do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, you've not been around.
You got surgery.
Yeah, listen, recovery has kept me from not wanting to fight, that's for sure.
Me too.
When your body's trying to fix itself and you're middle-aged, the last thing you want to do is also have an argument. So, but in our absence, some things have changed.
A couple of things.
Some things have gone not the way certain people expected? Did you expect Kamala to win, Casey Lai?
I had the last weekend I started to allow myself to become optimistic. I was not at any point expecting her to win. But I was allowing myself to believe that she would win. We were even talking about it. You know, when that Iowa poll came out saying she was going to win Iowa, we're all like, well, maybe anything could happen. And it was like, I mean, if that's the case, I was like, maybe Florida will be better than we think it will be, and maybe we'll have some wins. And so I was like allowing myself to believe. And then literally, I read the first news I got on election day was the exit polls that the majority of people were concerned about the economy, and I was like, that's not a good sign for us. And then Florida came out, and all of a sudden it was just like they basically like quick called it, and Virginia was proven to be really close, and I was like, these are bad signs. Yeah. Mommy, these are bad signs. And so I just stopped having any optimism, and I will continue to not have that for about 4 to 40 more years.
I mean, listen, it's just, this is the thing. It's not like the left-leaning voice boxes weren't screaming the warnings. You know what I mean? Like there has been, like, even on Fox News, it's gone over there where, you know, people, you know, God, even there, they're like, oh, Kamala's calling him a fascist. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all been out there. They've all been like telling you, like, well, on Fox's side, they've been saying it more jokey, but, you know, like on the corporate medias, they've been like, he's gonna fuck everything up. And I mean,
he's gonna fuck everything up from a non-getting elected kind of way, or fuck up the world kind of way?
No, fuck up the world if he was elected. You know what I mean? But for some reason, a majority of well, I mean, all white folks in the country. And but you're Italian today. Today you can be Italian, honey. The world's over. We'll let you be a POC now.
Finally, I can get my due. As a left-leaning POC, I have a lot to say about this election.
But here's the thing: it's like Trump's policies are built in to hurt the poor who voted for Trump, and so now the poor have to reap what they sow. It's like, this is obviously I was talking to some people at work, and I'm like, well, this is really interesting if you like to watch politics, because the thing is like, it's all over now. I mean, at this point, Trump's already saying that he wants to bypass Congress to appoint his cabinet, like, because he knows when you appoint someone like a Matt Gaetz to Attorney General, that even Republicans are going to be like,
It's an interesting strategy to, as he said, he would only be a dictator for a day. When the day he was elected, he's going to do a lot of things. And on that day, you're already seeing what his plans are, and that is to ram through intolerable people to run this country. And Republicans are just going to go along with it. It does seem like Matt Gaetz is the one hill that people might die on, because even Republicans hate him and know that he's a fucking
I don't think a lot of people like Tulsi either. She's kind of a weirdo, you know what I mean?
She's a fucking freak, and she and RFK can go fuck each other and then have a bunch of kids, and they'll all die from measles because they won't be inoculated. And I really hope that happens. I hope RFK cheats on his wife again to have a bunch of fucking kids with Tulsi Gabbard, and then they let them fucking grow up without any vaccines, and they all die of polio. Okay? That's what I want. I want them to die of polio. I don't want us to get it, but we might, because there will be no vaccines left, and they're going to, you know, fucking...
I mean, you're 40 years old. You're good and vaccinated on polio. You're not going to get a weak leg now. They're already as small as they're going to be. So just relax about polio. You're fine.
I'm not going to relax about polio until RFK is dead, okay, from polio.
And
or whatever disease he has. And you know what? I don't give a fuck about that being ableism, because it lost us the election. He's got a weird-ass fucking voice because of some weird-ass fucking alcoholic disease he drank himself into. And alcoholism isn't necessarily a disease if you got fucking $10,000 million to fucking fix it. All right. If you can't fix it, then, and the way you fix it is by fucking cleaning up dead bears from Central Park and then becoming the head of health services in this country, we got a major fucking problem, and that's a bad disease, and he should be shamed for it, is all I'm saying. One. Two, as well as I'm heated, a little bit of a caveat. This is what you wanted. You didn't want Kamala Harris to be president. You didn't vote for her, so this is what you wanted.
Win. It's not. Okay. Listen. This is not what I wanted. I wanted Kamala to change her direction. I wanted her to fucking change a little bit. I wanted her to not come out and say, when she was asked on The View, what would you change?
Yeah, that was bad.
Nothing, because that's where she lost it. Casey was said nothing when she said, I wouldn't change anything. And here's the thing, she was stuck in between the middle of a rock and a hard place for sure, because she's still working for her boss, and those are boss's policies. So it's kind of hard for her. And don't act like I can't acknowledge that I can see where she was. But the truth be told, she believed it. She didn't want to do anything different. And America was like, I don't know.
No, I disagree. I don't think she believed in anything, and that's her problem. I think that was her problem. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. You just ran it for 4
hours. Yeah.
It's like the thing is, if she was going to hopefully get elected and then switch her policies that were not like Biden policies, well, girl, figure out a better plan to get you there. It's not what I wanted. No, this is not what I wanted. I want Trump to be. I mean, am I fascinated by it now? Absolutely. Am I watching every day? Yes.
Why?
Because here's the thing. We have to fucking figure out how to survive in this kind of situation now.
I'll tell you how you survive.
How?
You stop fucking watching it nonstop. You think you need to be educated on everything that happens so we know, so you can protest about it or be against it?
I'm the calmest one in the room right now. So, I mean...
and I think that's what nihilism kind of gets you a little bit. And I think that I mean, but hold on. Regardless of disagreement, look, I agree with everything you said about Kamala. In the end, we had one chance to get rid of Trump forever, and that was to beat him here with, albeit a flawed candidate. We knew what he would unleash. I'm not shocked by Matt Gaetz. In fact, I'm like, this is exactly what he told us he was going to do, and it will get really, 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 really bad. And we had a chance. Everyone had a chance to avoid that, and we were like, they're all the same. Fuck that. Fuck you. Fuck everyone who thinks that way.
But who's your anger with? Is your anger with Kamala? Because it doesn't sound like it is. Because
it's with Kamala. It's with Kamala, but it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. No.
Here's the thing. He won the popular, baby. So
I know.
So we can't even.
Y'all were duped.
We can't.
Y'all were duped.
We all were duped. No, your candidate didn't fucking bring anything that was worth voting for. So that's what you have to do.
No, anti-Trump. That's what anti-Trump was worth voting for. Not Trump was worth voting for. Now, because not having Matt Gaetz as your attorney general, not having Tulsi Gabbard, not having RFK, not having some fucking random person from Fox News run the Defense Department, that's what I was voting against. Very clearly wanting to vote against that. Very clearly wanting to vote for policies that were the most pro-environment that we've ever seen enacted, policies that were the most pro-union that we've ever seen enacted, policies that were the most pro-poor that we've ever seen enacted, and we didn't because our eggs were expensive.
Your candidate didn't speak to the majority of America. That's on your candidate, baby.
Because you weren't listening.
I was listening just fine. I am perfectly fine with my vote. I'm happy with how I did it. I voted my down ballot, found out that my state was just as racist as the rest of the country, and just as anti-poor, and just as all that fucking rhetoric that you're fucking talking about. And here's the thing. Here's the truth of the matter. It was the candidate that couldn't win. That's what she was, and that's just the truth. And it said that when Trump won the popular, because that's the thing. Democrats have always got to say, well, listen, the majority of America doesn't want. Well, that's not the case this time, Case.
Well, it's because of the misinformation that you've all been fed nonstop and without an inability
I wasn't fed any misinformation. I like you were pushed, you were
radicalized.
I like how you're trying to fit me in with a Republican voter, but I'm not a Republican.
I'm not. I'm fitting you in. I'm not.
I didn't vote Republican.
You could have voted for you, and many people didn't vote Republican and allowed him to win the popular vote.
Sorry. Like this whole liberal fight about the third party vote or the protest voting mattering. It didn't.
It did.
It didn't.
It wasn't the final vote.
There are way more Mexicans out there. There are way more Mexicans out there than protest voters. All right. They're Catholics and they breed like rabbits. So when it comes down to it, the Latino vote and the white people vote, both male and female, won that election for Trump.
Yeah.
And those are the people who were screaming that they loved Trump from the beginning. Tons of people. And here's what it comes down to, too, Casey. There's a lot of lying liberals out there. That's what it comes down to. There's a lot of lying liberals. There are a lot of fucking minivans with Kamala stickers in the windows that voted for Trump. So who is that?
I'm not denying that a lot of people voted for Trump, and I'm saying that a lot of people who would have voted for Kamala Harris or the Democrats
wouldn't have made up the difference.
Didn't. And Tony, that's not true. A sustained effort to suppress the Democratic side because of
she should have let a Muslim person speak at the DNC. At least.
Look, I agree. Look, but in the end, all I'm saying is your protest vote and all of your protest votes out there, especially if they were for Palestine, is going to get you Jared Kushner as the governor of Gaza, and is going to allow all of these people to come in and just
don't try to bring this whole Gaza's in so much more trouble. Gaza's leveled. And that
I know, but I'm saying, but then Gaza was leveled one way or the other. So then you vote for Trump, so the whole world can be fucked.
Though, say me that bullshit like you give a fuck about foreign policy. Because
I do give a fuck about foreign policy. You give a fuck about one foreign policy.
It's gonna get way fucking worse. It's gonna get way fucking worse out there. Foreign policy. But the thing was, it was already bad under Biden. So I don't know what you're fucking going on about. Like, you're mad because you think that your life is going to change now because it's happening in our country. Going to happen. And that's what bothers you. Not the fact that there are people getting bombed or whatever. And that's the fucking real thing about it. So it's like, look, this country wanted Trump. A majority of people in this country wanted Trump. They got him.
Yeah, because
my protest vote had nothing to do with this.
It did. It did. No, yours combined with millions of Americans.
It makes you feel good to say
that. It makes you feel good like it does. It makes you feel good to protest vote.
Yeah, I felt fucking very good. Yes. I don't feel any fucking sorrow about what happened here. America spoke. It's like, great. You sound shocked that America's dumb and racist and misogynist.
No.
Like, you're so surprised by this. So you want to fucking be like, no, it's those Muslims. It's those Muslims who didn't vote for it. That's who did it. That's who did it. Oh, it's those Palestinians that did it.
No, I blame all of the young white people who should be voting for liberals who voted for Donald Trump because of things like Palestine and TikTok telling them that the Democrats are just as bad and are the genociders. And so you should ignore everything else that they will do to try to benefit your life. Look, the world is doomed. I have no doubt. I just would like some decorum on the way out. And we're not going to have that. And I do blame all of you protest voters for that in the end, because we had one shot to get rid of this guy, one last shot, and we didn't take it.
It was a landslide loss, baby.
It wasn't a landslide loss.
It was a landslide loss.
It wasn't a landslide loss. It looks like a landslide, but it wasn't a landslide. Anyway, I needed to say that because I want to register on the podcast how I feel about that.
About what?
The protest vote, your protest vote.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I want to be on record that I don't give a shit.
Like, yeah, well, we know that you don't give a shit.
Okay, good. Because I mean, like, it's like, look,
I give a shit.
I just don't understand. It's funny because when the Republicans lose, they riot. When liberals lose, they wallow and blame other Democratic voters for a flawed fucking candidate who openly.
A flawed candidate versus Trump.
Yeah, look.
Who cares about their flaws? It's Trump. It's one flawed candidate versus Trump. Who cares?
We live in a WWE society, baby. We live in an ultimate fighting society. These people, we live in a Joe Rogan society. That's the fucking fact. That's the truth. We have a lot of fucking incel white people out there who are fucking in their basements, who are obsessed with Trump, who like the idea of Trump, who don't like the idea of a woman of color. And that's the truth. So it's like, and we also have a lot of fucking liberals out there who didn't want Kamala and probably voted the other way. So this thing is like, you want to throw fucking shit at people who were standing up for an obviously visible mass murder cost that was that's happening in Gaza.
Yeah, a really bad one that that was exacerbated in everyone's mind. Not exacerbated, it was bad, but that it just, you know, you got on a loop where no, you got on a loop. But the thing is like, Tony, there have been genocides going on, like, not where were you when the Yazidis and ISIS was wiping out the Yazidis?
Like, we've talked about we talk about
it nonstop, and Biden and Obama was letting it happen. All genocide Obama.
We've had this fight over and over and over and over again. Our money is distinctly going to it. We've had this fight constantly.
Agreed.
And the thing is that you want to always rehash. Why don't you care about this? What is your, you know what? It's really, really good that you think that, like, suddenly because Gaza is a focus of what I talk about, that I'm not aware
all of a sudden
their shit. Like, and that is the kind of fucking shit that pisses me off, because you talk down to me in that kind of a way.
You like, talk down to everyone. Fuck off.
Because you like to be like, oh, Tony, fuck, you're really focused on this one situation. How the fuck do you know, Casey? How the fuck do you know what else I talk about ever? Like what we talk about on this show is always gone back to Gaza, because you have brought it up too, bro. It's not like you're bringing up Sudan. It's like, unless you're trying to fucking counteract what I say and how dumb I am on situations and topics. Like, give me a break. Give me a break.
Okay.
Like, that's the kind of fucking shit that, you know, I don't know. It just makes me feel like, it doesn't matter. I don't care.
No, what does it make you feel like?
No, you like to play up that I'm dumber than you, and I just don't think that's true. So
no, I don't think that you're dumber than me, but I do think you spend way more time on social media, and it's made you, and it doesn't you
just not care about any of it, like you don't. I just care about and be hyper focused about what happens in this country, which is where you are, and I'll pick and choose my genocides across the world. How about that? How about you sit here and not worry and don't care, and I'll just cherry pick what I want to focus.
You're an internationalist, and you want to make the world a better place. Go for it. I'm here for you to do that. Most of it is you yelling.
Plan, then? What's your goal? What do you want?
My plan, honestly,
no, because that's the thing. It's like I'm an internationalist, because I think that the way to a strong country is through not being an empire. What do you think? Like, what do you want?
I think
this is so, since I'm so dumb about wanting the whole world to be I don't know, cohesive and flow, I'm such a fucking moron for that. What do you want?
I think strengthening our international institutions to counter bad actors, to rein in social media from having complete free speech on debit. There were hopes and plans to make it happen. It's very hard to make it happen. And the difference between you and I, what I want is to live in a functioning world based in reality. You want to live in an ideal utopia based on dreams. And it's not going to happen. And so I would like the country to be run well, not by charlatans. No, you're right. You're right. So we don't have it. I guess we're both done. But I think, I want economic policy. Focus on community. Yeah, same. And honestly, focus on yourself. If we're going to, in a conservative time, I'm going to focus on getting through the next 4 years. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Protest? You don't go protest. You yell.
I have a platform, so that's my. I know we talked about this on this show too. I'm too old to protest. I've said it on this show. I'm not going to a fucking protest anymore. I'm fucking 45 years old. I don't fucking feel like that is my. I have done that. I have been there. There's been plenty of wars that I fucking have marched about. I'm fucking 45 years old, you motherfucker. So no, that's why I have podcasts, and that's why I have audiences that I can say things like this to. So it evolves. Great. All right. So see, and that's the thing too. God damn, you were just so you're so what about and you aren't and blah blah. That's so fucked up. It's so that
It's not. I'm just. I like you. You guys wanted
You guys who?
you wanted
You guys
the
who?
Democratic Party to lose this
You
time, and they
guys
did.
who? White
You
American Mexicans?
no, you and your
Oh, the people who just
TikTok
voted
protest
Mexicans.
voters.
Gotcha. On that,
Yeah.
instead of trying to focus on the problem in white America, just and the problem with why a majority of Latinos, male and female, voted for him, and why a majority of women fucking voted for Trump. Instead of that, you're like, let's go figure out why these people.
No, it's because it's misinformation. It's not about trans people. It's not about progressive issues. It's about the misinformation that you are all consuming.
Okay, great, cool. Yeah, enjoy your NPR. Yeah, you're getting all the news, babe. Well, this is in our last, I don't know, 7 minutes that we have of the show. We need to let everyone know that the Gay Power Half Hour is going to take a hiatus. Does it sound like we need one? An
official one, more so than the one that we've been kind of unofficially taken.
The one that we didn't announce. This is gonna
and it's not because mommy and daddy don't love each other.
This is gonna be the last show for a while, because we're just not able to prioritize it. So, and that's unfortunate. But we got to a point, like I said at the beginning of the show, where I didn't feel like I wanted to argue. And then it just got to a point where I was like, I kind of like the time. So we're gonna come back next year.
Yeah,
sometime. I don't know what that means. Like, let's give maybe Trump a quarter. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel very like we started in the beginning of the Trump first era, and that was itself exhausting, but we were in different places at the time and all like ready to fight, and we were more on the same page in a lot of things. And it's not that our differences are what is stopping this. Like, we both have, like, I mean, one, I'm very busy during the week, and you have a lot of stuff going on. And so, and also we spent the last year arguing a lot. And
that's true.
It's tiring. And I think you and I need to just stop arguing and hang out.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. So we think that unless barring any like nuclear,
we'll be back soon.
Like,
we both need to yell into a microphone.
Like, the thing is like the Tony Soto show is also going to be on hold until next year as well, because it's just time to refocus and try to find the creativity. Because since the election, I've been around a bunch of just red-eyed liberals, and that's exhausting for me because as much as they like to pass the buck to protest voters being the problem, they are not, of course, not taking accountability for propping up a candidate that wasn't going to beat Trump. In a racist country, this is the thing, we all like to be so surprised. What we have been fed on both parties. Oh, this is not a racist country. We are not racist. This is not. We are
definitely and misogynistic.
And so this is the America that they wanted, Casey. So you can me. You can you when you're talking to me. You guys. Well, I'm going to tell you, the country ordered this. So for me, I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to figure out my life, because I do think that this could impact me negatively. So I'm going to do what I can, because I knew the country was racist. I knew it. So I'm tired of fucking feigning surprise every time racism wins. And then it's so funny that even liberals don't want to fucking address that. They want to address TikTok protest voters.
Well, the misinformation is something that we gave Elon Musk the
NPR is the only place where you can get the truth.
No.
I want it from Rachel Maddow.
But you are better informed if you listen to
Otherwise,
NPR
it's
than
not
if you
news.
just like scroll through in TikTok. You might be deeper informed on one or two issues in TikTok, but I think it's and when I say and when I say I'm not talking to you, I'm
TikTok.
talking to you and
you know what the thing
all of our
is
listeners
TikTok
who
is
agree
a
with you.
great place to get news information. You should absolutely be on TikTok. You should absolutely watch TikTok, because here's the thing, Casey and all these fucking other, I don't know, bleeding hearts think that TikTok is just a bunch of people sharing their own views on stuff. No, you literally get news from all over the fucking planet, newsreels from all over the planet. You should absolutely be watching TikTok. And the thing is Trump has 14 million followers on it, and he's going to save it. He's going to fucking roll that back. He's going to take that out. So your TikTok is safe.
I'm happy for you.
Wow.
Well, thanks, Trump. Well, that's the other thing is like, I think another big thing, and I think another big thing about taking a break in all of this is that like, I don't know how, I don't love just the media landscape in general, and what you have to do to grow an audience is all very social media based. And I think social media is truly ruining the world and our brains and humanity, and I believe that. So if you ask me what things that I do believe in, and I think that to me it's like to be on a platform like YouTube. YouTube is like very responsible for the radicalization of many a white young man in this country, and here we are sitting on it, and we're not being. Why is our algorithm not getting us to more voters? We're pretty radical. Because we're not what people want on social media, except for our specific audience. You don't reach new people. You just get rammed down the throats of people who agree with you. One thing I do love about us, we don't agree with each other. And that is something that more people should spend some time listening to. But I think to a certain extent, we just devolve into yelling at each other. And I take blame for that too, because it's easy. And it's like with comedy became social media. It didn't become about live stand-up comedy. It became about social media clips. And that's not how my brain works. It's not how our humans' brains are supposed to work. And so I look forward to our AI overlords coming in and sucking out our brains and replacing them with chips.
Well, this is the end of the 348th episode.
Oh, we should do 350. We should do 2 more episods. Come on. I didn't realize there was 348.
Next year sometime. Casey, you're not doing anything, right? Do you want to tell me?
No way.
You want to tell people what you're doing?
I do have a show on the 23rd, actually. I forgot about that. At Precinct, no less.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, November 23rd. Come on down.
The Precinct 23rd. I'm going to be at the opening night of La Cage au Fall.
Cute.
This Sunday on the 17th. So if there are tickets, I don't know if there are, but you should get them and come do the red carpet with me. The show is starring Cheyenne Jackson, and Selena S. Titties is in it from RuPaul's Drag Race. Also, since this is the last show for the foreseeable future, December 2nd is going to be my birthday Learn the Words bitch. I cannot announce the judges right now, but they're so good. And it's all virgins, only virgins. If you've never performed on the stage, come out December 3rd at Akbar for my birthday Learn the Words. White Claw is going to be there, $5 White Claw all night. I'm the Tony Center Show on Instagram and TikTok, that dreaded TikTok, and Tony Soto Productions on Instagram if you want to see where she's cross-dressing. Until soon in the future. Bye. Soon in the future.
Be safe out there. We love you.
We did it.
We did it.
We're gonna easy. This is just gonna go up because I have to go to work. And I got to do I have to do physical therapy every 2 hours.
Every 2 hours?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Good. Like, it's nice that so this week I'm still laying down, but then next week is week 8. So I can start doing stand-up stuff now. And then
don't start stand-up. Come on, now is not the time.
And then it's all social media. I love it. And then, and then in 4 weeks, it'll be week 12. And by then I'll be able to I will be completely healed from the surgery. So I'll be able to get back into push-ups and
good. Are you slingless now, or do you
next week?
Next week.
Next week I'm slingless. So
okay,
the 21st. So yeah. So it's all coming together. It's all ending. So cool.
I'm happy for that, and it will be great, and it'll be just in time for you to hold your protest placards at all of the protests that you're going to go to.
Can't wait that I'll be attending virtually. All right, well,
Tony, I love you.
I love you too. You know I love you.
I know you love it, and this is good that we did this. I'm aggravated not at you, just at the world, and I know you're aggravated at me because of my genocidal Zionism.
But what you need to do is, yes, I am mad at you and your genocidal Zionism, but I also just need you to go and stand in the fucking ocean and cry and get it out because, and then come back with your man pants on.
I'm not even. That's funny. I'm not. I mean, the thing is, like, I haven't cried once. I'm not upset about this.
I know you need one.
The world is shitty.
There to the ocean. Take that fucking one rear view mirror vehicle, drive it out there, text while you do it. You know you do, and cry in that ocean. Get up to your knees.
It's cold.
Get up to your knees. Yeah. Well, you need the shock.
What about you? Where are you gonna cry?
Huh?
What about you? Where are you going to cry?
When the Christmas commercials start, when they start having those family Christmas commercials. Don't worry, I'll start.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the new year, and you're all cried out, and we're both better. I'll get wet and cry. I love you.